say, well, my manager's annoying me at the moment because she just, I'm not, nothing serious here, but, isn't it so annoying how she messages us and asks us to do this, little small things. Do you find it annoying? I do as well, don't you? We sort of chat it over, and we're open and able to share
that.
I think the slight thing which will probably come up with some of my colleagues within my team is that my line manager, who's female and very supportive and has very sort of female characteristics in terms of nurturing. She cares about people, and she shows good concern. And our team director, who I don't directly report into, he's not my line manager, but 2 people report into him, and he's more the sort of alpha male, sort of, I'm the director, I'm busy and don't really have that much time for problems and emotions, so it's I don't have a problem with that because I have my supportive manager who, if I've got any issues, HR or annual leave, anything, she's there and supportive, and he's a very approachable, nice guy as well, but he's just a bit more male, just chit chat and just get on with the job, and but I don't report directly into him,
so the impact's minimised for you, really. You've got this level in between, which is the more emotionally supportive buffer to him. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. So I guess I'm thinking about, I'm going to ask you it both positive and negative, so don't worry if I'm going straight into another negative question, but I'm going to talk about your progression or your performance, really. So are you being amazing? So I'm not talking about KPIs, but I mean you just doing your best at work. And I'm going to say, is there anything that kind of you feel is a barrier or stands in the way of you being brilliant in terms of your performance or your progression within CP&L?
I think the main barrier to progression is that we're a niche department. There isn't a clear pathway to anything more, and we all recognise that problem, that we do our jobs, we manage our events, and then there's no bigger events to move to, or there's no, there's not the CP&L, the rest of the department do product management and record sales, and we're not looking to move. I'm not looking to move into the record store department, department or the product department. So there isn't that sort of, visibility. I mean, I see really, progression would be elsewhere within the BBC, moving to public service events, because obviously they do, whatever it may be, the proms or, events within the wider BBC, or, and externally. We've all been within the department for years. My manager is my manager, and she's sort of, she plans to be around till she retires. So there's not that sort of, there's not a next step, and we have kind of talked about that as part of this. I suppose it's, when it's difficult to get promotions because there isn't, we don't have people below us particularly to manage either. So it's just, the way to progress is, you manage a bigger project or something, or, but it is what it is.
And how does that make you feel? So, what is you thinking about that? Because I can't tell.
I mean, it is limiting. It is limiting because, I mean, I don't particularly desire to manage a team of people, but I do just feel that I would want to move. A challenge would be to move externally. Work somewhere else basically. But it's difficult move to make because what we do is quite niche, and the BBC and the content we work with is pretty good, and there's limits. And if you want to just remain at that high standard of content, if you like, you sort of, you want it to be like Netflix or Disney or something. One of the few options. You don't particularly. I don't want to sort of go and manage financial conferences again because I like working in the content that we do.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure a lot of my colleagues, feel a similar way. We like what we work with, and sometimes when we get our frustrations, it's a bit like, well, where else do I go,
Yeah, and I think that's I definitely would say from my experience so far and talking to people at CP&L is, Christ, it's a complex business. all of these different parts kind of put together, but also niche. And
niche.
and it's, oh my God, it's quite kind of mind-boggling to me, coming from, I guess, a business where I did a wide variety of roles across the business. They could, picking up things along the way, and I think, oh my God. And yeah, I guess it's once you get the BBC on your CV and in your email signature, then what? And you're absolutely right.
Within our department, it's niche because we don't organise the events ourselves. We use licensed companies to do it. So we're project managing another company, and we're project managing from the BBC point of view, which has a lot of policies and procedures and things that in another company you wouldn't really have to worry about, like the editorial policy, all of these sort of things that actually are very BBC, sort of unique to BBC. So it is kind of niche, and we get used to doing what we do and doing it well, and then with nowhere really to go, the only expansion is sort of hoping for like bigger projects.
And I guess you're right, over the last year and a bit, then that hasn't been possible anyway, but fingers crossed there's some,
and there's not even any particular areas of training that feel particularly relevant.
Yeah. Okay then, so the other way around, what do you think contributes to your success? Not necessarily progression, because we've discussed that, but what is it that you think really supports your success, like doing a great job, I mean by that?
I suppose the support and the professionalism of colleagues, and having that support of a wider company that's, working with our licensed company who run this event on our behalf. They're a really small team now. They're down to like 2 people because of due to the pandemic, and they have to wear all the hats and be a marketing manager, an operations manager, and everything. Whereas I go to many different experts within our company. So I'll check with the health and safety advisor on that one. I'll speak to the data protection manager for there, and they say that all of these different professional colleagues that all know what they're talking about and do a good job are there to support and bring in their expertise.
Yeah, I was going to say, so the level of expertise is really brilliant, and it gives you, there's always somebody to call and to get that information from, and I suppose reflecting back what you said, you see now some of the suppliers, the people that you're dealing with basically, don't necessarily have that, so you feel quite secure in that it aids your success, the expertise that you've got around you.
Yeah.
Love it. Anything else at all?
Not really. Yeah, I mean, it's supportive colleagues. If I'm stuck on something, I can call somebody within my team.
Great.
You have this problem. How should I deal with it? What do you think? It's the support of people around me, I think.
Great.
And just the years of experience.
Yeah.
Of having had situations before. Experience and support, basically.
Great. Fantastic. Love it. And I guess I'm going to ask a question which is a bit broader in that it could cover whatever you wanted it to, really. But I think, what are the other factors that impact your success or being able to do a great job? And I'm thinking not just, at CP&L or at BBC, but kind of either internal, external, societal, cultural,